Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 5 video. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the meta heading into UFC 5. Now, this is the first time we could have two different metas heading into a UFC game. I believe that's the first. I could be capping, so don't quote me on that quote for quote, but I believe there is going to be two metas heading into UFC 5. Now, I did state in my previous video that I believe the meta is going to be shaped off of the playstyle that you do have, but I kind of want to get down a little bit deeper and dive down a little bit deeper into what I meant by that. And that's in each aspect of the game, there's going to be different metas. So from a striking aspect and a grappling aspect, there's going to be metas. So from the striking aspect, be expecting to see a lot of guys, a lot of fighters that have high power stats. If it's anything like the beta, when I played the beta, you've seen a lot of Israel Adesanya's, a lot of Alex Pijedas, a lot of Jared Cannoniers, and a lot of Paulo Costas. And all of those guys have 95 power and above. You heard me, 95 power and above those guys had. And I seen a plethora of them when I was fighting in quick fights. So that lets me know power fighters in UFC 5 are going to be the trend to use when hitting ranked, honestly. So be expecting to see a lot of Sugar Sean O'Malley's in bantamweight. Be expecting to see a lot of Leon Edwards in welterweight. Be expecting to see, Piotr Jan still is going to be really good. TJ Dillashaw, I would assume, is going to be really good. Be expecting to see a lot of Davison Figueiredos in flyweight still. You're going to see a lot of these power guys being used in UFC 5. So much so that I think that's going to be the meta, at least for the first 6 months of the game, I would say. But it could be all game long, but for sure for the first 6 months of the game, you're going to see a lot of power guys being used. And just a side note for you guys, if you're going to be playing middleweight, and light heavyweight for that matter, be expecting to see a lot of Alex Pijeda. Alex Pijeda was probably the most used fighter in the beta. I'm not going to cap, because his range and his power is going to be a really, really big problem heading into UFC 5. But that's going to be what I think the meta is for the striking aspect of it. For the grappling aspect of the game, I believe the meta is going to be using fighters who have high level jiu-jitsu. High level jiu-jitsu in UFC 5, I believe, is going to be the meta because honestly, just because of the submission system. The submission system and the positions that you're able to hold now with the submission system and the new positions that the submission system puts you in is kind of making me think that that's what we're going to trend towards. You're going to see a lot of Damian Maia being used. I would highly think that. You're going to see a lot of Jacare Souza, a lot of Aljamain Sterling, I believe, just because he has really good takedowns and high-level jiu-jitsu. I would expect to be seeing guys like that pretty frequently in ranked if they're going to be grappling. But that doesn't mean that you can't use wrestlers, because you can. I'm just more of thinking guys are going to get so caught up with the submission system and people not knowing the submission system when the game first drops that you're going to see a lot of jiu-jitsu guys being used. One of the guys in particular that I think one of the fighters that I think is going to be used heavy when the game drops is Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns, I would expect, if you don't see a lot of him, he's going to be a sneaky pick for anybody who decides to use him, because he's going to have high power, because Gilbert Burns hits really hard in real life, and he has high-level jiu-jitsu off his back as well as on top. So he's a guy that I would expect to see a lot of, as well as Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev, trust me when I tell you, I haven't played anything else other than the beta, so I don't know this for sure. But I believe he's going to be a really, really big problem in UFC 5. So that's more of what I think the meta is going to be from the grappling standpoint. Now, I could be wrong. It could be just, going back to using Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington and GSP and, people trying to just hit you with takedowns with Habib Nurmagomedov and Islam. And, another one is going to be Charles. Charles is going to be used a lot too. But you could see, I could be capping, and you could see a lot of wrestlers popping their heads out again and people just trying to deny, which I don't think is going to be a viable strategy to try to have like it was in UFC 4. But, I've been wrong in the past, but that's what I think the meta is going to be from the striking standpoint and for the grappling standpoint. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think the meta of the game is going to be in both of those aspects of the game, from the striking standpoint as well as from the grappling standpoint. And let me know, what do you guys agree with what I said? Do you guys disagree with what I said? As well as give your opinion on what the meta is going to be as well. But until the next video, guys, make sure to take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day. Slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. If you love MMA gaming content, then this is the channel for you. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.